Hi everyone, how are you going in those virtual groups? I hope they're going well. The summer is here, we are still here. We're in my sister's kitchen and my nieces are still behind their mobile phones. It's really high tech still, but we're managing to cope and hopefully you're enjoying our videos. We're bringing you another one today called Burger in a Bowl. This is great because it involves no bread, but involves a delicious, tasty sauce. It's called the super sauce, which often you have when they call it a burger sauce. We're going to make our equivalent. It does have one sin per serving, but I think it's worth it for the taste. But if you want to make it sin-free, then what you could do is instead of the mayonnaise, use 0% fat yogurt and mustard powder instead of the actual mustard. So this is how you make it. There's 4 tablespoons of water in that bowl. So that will loosen it up so you can kind of spread it over the mince when you see it. Then what we're going to do is put 5 tablespoons of fromage frais in here, which is fat-free, so that's great. Fromage frais just means fresh cheese, basically. And then 3 tablespoons of the extra light mayonnaise. Oh, there we go. Put that in. And then we're going to use a tablespoon of American mustard. Now, if you didn't have American mustard, you could use Dijon. It's going to give you a slightly different flavour, but I think this is delicious. Squeeze that out. There we go. Oh, little bit messy, but hey ho. Then it's 2 teaspoons of white wine vinegar. Again, if you haven't got white wine vinegar, you could use red wine vinegar maybe. So that's 1, 2. And then it's 2 tablespoons, I'm getting covered, of tomato puree. So I normally do that but we'll just make it to the recipe. I'll try and stick to the recipe. There we go, so 2 tablespoons of that. Then we've got a few spices in here. And I've got 1/4 of a teaspoon of smoked paprika, 1/4 of a teaspoon of onion granules, and 1/2 teaspoon of garlic salt. Oh my goodness, I think I've remembered it! Is that right? Yeah! We'll give Soph a little close-up of those spices. Wow, that's a lot to remember. Just follow the recipe. So then you scatter those in, really simple, and then you just give that a little stir. And just keep going until it's really well blended. Oh, splash. And you might need a little whisk in there, actually. I will go and get a whisk in the meantime. But it sort of comes together. I'll show you that in the final shot, but it's getting there. In the meantime, we're going to cook the beef. So we'll just go over to the hob and do that. So we're going to cook the beef mince with the onion and garlic. So get a pan really nice and hot. I've got a non-stick deep pan, but if you've got a non-stick frying pan, it works really well. I don't feel you need any low-calorie cooking spray in here because this beef mince has got 5% or less fat in it, so that fits with the food optimizing plan. And so that would be enough in there. And you want the pan really hot, because what we're trying to do is make the meat nice and caramelised and a little bit crispy. Now, if I was near a sink so I could wash my hands, I would have put that in using my hands and sprinkling that in. It will break all the clumps of mince apart a lot easier than when you use a spoon or a spatula. Then also put in 1 chopped onion and 2 garlic cloves crushed together. So you cook all of that together, give it an occasional stir, and it will take, I don't know, it depends on your hob, 5 to 10 minutes, probably more like 10 minutes, and it will be nice and crispy and yummy for your burger bowl. So there we go, that is the beef mince, the onion and the garlic, and we've cooked that, so it's a little bit sort of caramelised and crunchy. I love that. It gives you a bit more flavour and depth to the beef mince. Now this recipe serves 4 people, and so we made that super sauce earlier, and woo, you can see Soph, and I think it's really worth it, that sauce, so it's just 1 sin per serving. And then we've got iceberg lettuce here. We've got 1/2 an iceberg lettuce, 1 small red onion, 2 red tomatoes, and gherkins. It's meant to be 8 gherkins sliced, but I love those crinkle cut ones, and I'm a bit lazy, and they're a bit retro, so I bought those. And actually I have those as a little snack quite often. So how do you assemble? We're going to show you how you just do 1 bowl, the burger in the bowl. I'm going to use a lot of lettuce because I'm feeling a bit hungry. So you might use a whole lettuce between 4 of you if you're as hungry as I am. And we're going to put that in. And actually one of my nieces mentioned this. We're going to build it a bit like you would a burger. So if you had a bun, you'd normally put the lettuce on it. and then you'd put the actual mince on there. So we're going to put that on like so. So that's delicious. And then we're going to top with all the kind of garnishes. So we'll sprinkle over a bit of the lovely red onion. And then a little shimmy of the tomatoes. Again, add more if you want to. And some gherkins. I'm going to just put those sort of bit retro around the bowl. Boom, that is looking gorgeous. Something from the 1970s, but it's all in back in fashion now. And then this little trick, take your fork and put it in a super sauce, and then you just use that to sort of whiz it across to give you a little sort of splattered look, which I like. And you can add, I reckon, about that much. You want the good flavour of that. And there you go. That is burger in a bowl. How delicious.